Just how accurate are Fitbits? The jury is out. Many users of activity trackers have always harbored suspicions. How accurate are these things? A handful of tests by journalists and researchers have tried to bring clarity to the issue. Results, alas, have been mixed. The latest study, released by the plaintiffs in a class action lawsuit against Fitbit, found that the pulse monitoring technology used in the company's wrist-bound surge and charge devices was highly inaccurate during elevated physical activity. Researchers from California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, had 43 subjects wear the devices as they ran, jogged and jumped rope, among other activities, and then compared the readings with those of an electrocardiogram. During moderate to high-intensity exercise, Fitbit's sensor was off by an average of about 19 beats a minute, it found. The study, which was not peer-reviewed and was commissioned by the plaintiff's law firm, drew a strong denunciation from Fitbit, which released a statement calling it biased, baseless and nothing more than an attempt to extract a payout from Fitbit. Fitbit said the public release of the study, coming before litigation in the case has begun, represented a bid to tarnish its brand. "We are vigorously defending against these claims," it said, and will resist any attempts by the plaintiffs' lawyers to leverage a settlement with misleading tactics and false claims of scientific evidence. The lawsuit, filed in January, seeks compensatory and punitive damages. It accuses the company of misleading customers about the reliability of the Pure Pulse technology and its heart monitoring wristbands, and claims this could potentially have dire medical consequences. Fitbit, a young company based in San Francisco, is a leader in the wearables industry with a market capitalization of about $3 billion. In 2015, it sold 21.3 million devices, almost double its sales a year earlier. At the same time, it has struggled with comparisons to its flashier rival, Apple Watch. Get the morning briefing by email. What you need to know to start your day, delivered to your inbox. Monday ? Friday. Alex Monto, an assistant professor of clinical exercise physiology at Ball State University, who is not connected to the lawsuit, said that the Pomona study needed rigorous vetting before any conclusions could be drawn. "There's a clear interest in finding something in one direction, he said on Tuesday. That doesn't mean that the science is bad. But you have to be really careful when you look at the science. In another recent study in the journal Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, two other functions of Jawbone and Fitbit devices, the step and calories counts, were put to the test by a research team led by Dr. Monto. The researchers tracked 30 healthy adults as they performed various tasks. When the subjects were engaged in sedentary activities, like using a computer, the devices did relatively well. But both overcounted and undercounted as things intensified, Dr. Monto said. The researchers were surprised to find, however, that their own laboratory equipment got the measurements wrong, as well. In general, these activity monitors worked as well as our research-grade monitors, Dr. Monto said. The Fitbit and Jawbone monitors worked about as well as the best we can do as far as measuring physical activity. The pulse trackers have been a more recent addition to the suite of activity trackers on the market. Most use optical sensors that reflect light onto the skin to detect blood volume. Independent attempts to assess their accuracy have not exactly settled the question. In 2014, Connect tested several devices, not including Fitbit, and found that they were mostly accurate during rest, but ran into trouble during exercise.